there was already contact between the Europeans and Africans. Mostly it was the Portuguese who came. They came in as traders, mostly at the West African coast. And because Vasco da Gama had gone round to find a sea route to India, and he found the sea route, and he was able to now share this navigation information together with other explorers or other sailors who were able now to start exploring Africa. Now, the issue is they came in first of all as traders. Now, there was demand for labor in the Americas for the Spanish who were in the South American continent, the British and the French who were in Canada, and the British now I say British and America loosely because now in between before independence, the British who were there in North America now who needed cheap labor. Where do they get it from? They get it from Africa. So what kind of labor do they want? They want energetic, young, energetic people. Initially, the slaves they get are mostly those ones who have been gotten out of war. Maybe there was a war between two communities, and one community routs the other, and so they pick up these young men and they take them as slaves, but they found that the Europeans wanted them, so they gave them to the Europeans to go with them wherever they were going, but obviously they were going to the Americas to serve as slave labor. Now, here is the issue. From the 1500s or the 16th century to about the 19th century, let's say around the 1800s, this is 400 years of people getting cheap labor. Get it? So they've come, the Europeans already got 400 years of easy labor, because once you buy a slave, that's your slave. The slave will marry and will multiply. As they multiply, those are your slaves. You can sell your slaves to other people. So these people are being treated as commodity. They're being treated as chattel. That's where the name cattle comes from. That these people were chattel, so chattel, that your property that can increase in size. So because as cattle, you keep cattle and you rear them, and they work for you. They give you food products and all that, and you can be able now to trade them. So the slaves were treated as chattel. So imagine these are people who have gotten free labor to work for them in their farms, in their small factories, in whatever it is that they're making, in their cotton farms, in their sugarcane plantations in the Caribbean, in the tobacco plantations. Cheap labor for how many years? 400 years. Adding to that, and what do they sell back to Africa? Muskets, those are guns. They sell muskets, they sell gunpowder, they sell the fermented or the refined tobacco, which most chiefs used to chew, and such like industrial products, the glass and everything. But then they're coming in, and what else are they getting? The cheap. They're also getting other resources like groundnuts, the latex. They're getting it cheap. So that one is during slavery. 400 years of free labor. Africa is depopulated. The Africans get nothing. They only get commodities which maybe entertain them and also used for war. Now, later when slavery ends, what is left? They now come and try to give slavery a more dignified name, and they call it what? At the beginning of the 20th century, they call it colonialism. So around the 19th century, so around the 1800s, so many African countries start being colonized. And why are they now colonizing the African continent?